Hello and welcome to Wildlife Art Gallery. I'm your host, David Worth. Today we're going to meet what I believe to be two of the most incredible artists that we have in the United States today. Sculptor Kent Ullberg and painter John Banovich. Both of these artists have incredible talent, have traveled the world. They live what they do. Right now I'm in front of one of Kent Ullberg's beautiful sculptures at Sculptures in the Park in Loveland, Colorado. Next, we'll be going to see John Banovich in his beautiful home up in the high country in Montana. And I guarantee you, this will be the most incredible art show you'll ever see. So why don't you come with me and let's go see some real art. I'm sculpting with Kent Ullberg. All right, Kent, hey, thanks a lot for being here. Thanks for letting me in.
Oh, I love it. Fellow sculptor, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just a little journeyman sculptor, but it's quite an honor to be here in your studio. The foundry's not here in your studio, but this is where you set up all of your study pieces, the miniatures, a lot of the wax, working on wax pieces. Then you've got these awesome monuments that are in clay form right now. What's this piece right here, this huge eagle?
This is my most recent piece, and it's going to Houston, to the Federal Reserve Bank. And of course, as a Swedish immigrant and a new citizen really in this country, it's a great honor to do a piece for the federal government, you know. And also, the architect for this job is Michael Graves, which is an architect I've admired since art school days. He actually put figurative sculpture back in architecture. And I've always wanted to work with him, so I was very honored to get to do this piece.
Yeah. How do you start something like this? Because it's so big.
First, it starts as an idea, and very often, you know, I just do a little drawing, quick drawing. Then I build a little model, little sketch model. I like to sketch in 3 dimensions, you know. You cannot really do it with drawing. I draw in clay, so to speak, you know. So I make a little sketch model. In this case, it was a competition. So it was a lot of artists trying for this job. I think we were down to finally 4 finalists, and we created models. And so I did, in fact, I got one here. This is the first sketch model here for the piece.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it, but, you know, this is a little one here. And Michael Graves designed, this is the entrance to the building. You walk right through, a bronze turnstile. And it's got to do with security. Then it's a long corridor, and then you get to the building. I mean, they're holding billions of dollars in this building, you know. So this here is 18 foot tall, and so the sculpture is sitting on top of it. So this was my sketch model that I took down to Houston to the Federal Reserve, and they approved. Then, when that was approved, I make what I call a working model. And this one here, I work out all the details exactly the way I want it. And that becomes then my guide for the final, for the big one. And it takes, you know, it can take up to 6 months to do just work the clay. Sometimes a year.
What's underneath the clay?
It's steel. First, you know, we have steel supports, and on top of that, what we've done before, we spray urethane foam, and then we carve that to take up some of the bulk, because clay is so heavy.